Alright, see, is this any better? I don't know yet, so I'm waiting for this thing to come back to me. And alright, see, is this any better? I don't know yet, so I'm waiting for this thing to come back to me. And alright, see, is this any better? I don't know yet, so I'm waiting for this thing to come back to me. And alright, see, is this any better? I don't know yet, so I'm waiting for this thing to come back to me. And alright, see, is this any better?
This is not me repeating.
I don't know yet, so.
Alright. I'm not really sure if it's fixed or not. Alright. I'm not really sure if it's fixed or not. Okay, look, it is. Great. Wonderful. Alright. I'm not really sure. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so I changed it again. Yay! No, where's Anthony? Where is Anthony? Yeah, I just sent a message. Yeah, let's see, hold on. I started a new stream, so it's a new chat. Alright, now I sent that to him. Oh, now that's what we're waiting for. I guess we'll go on from here, see if people are interested in this game. And that cricket is gonna kill me. Oh my god. Dude, where is that cricket from? It's the music. The cricket is counted as music. How wonderful is that? The cricket music. Huh. Making me laugh. So. Ow. So. Let's see. This is the thing that I recently made, and what's crazy about it is usually when you launch a shuttle, you have to first get into, say, this planet's orbit, Kerbal. You have to get up to a point where you're going to reach your altitude you want to get out, maybe 100,000 meters, and then you have to circularize. I think it's best that I just give you an example. So, we'll go with the satellite launcher I made. And we're going to let this thing run. I'll show you the nice, complex process that goes along with running this thing, alright? I do like the music on here, though. That's it for shizzles. Ooh. There we go. So we're gonna launch this thing. Why did the fairing just come off? That's nice. So there's usually supposed to be a fairing, and that makes this... it makes it aerodynamic. We saw it before it launched. I don't know what happened to it, but it must have just kind of glitched out. Not really sure. So, I'm just going with this. Whatever it is what it is, nothing I can do about it. Now that satellite's acting like a big arrow brake for me. Kind of sucks. Not ideal. But it is what it is. So, we have to get this. The AP, the apopsis. Apopsis. You know, I like to get around here. 100,000. Then I slow this thing down. And just give you an example. Even me going up the way I just did, I did that very poorly. You don't want to do what I just did. That's going straight up. It's a waste. It is a horrendous waste. And we're going to go ahead and get this tilted into the prograde position. Okay, so there we go. Now you can see this. The DSCS launcher is coming up here. And we got to get to that point. So speed up time. Okay, now we're only 40 seconds away. So we're going to get the prograde. And prograde is so pro and amazing. So the point of going prograde is simple. Very simple. That's to circularize in a single direction here. So we're reaching that point right now. We're going to go ahead and just give some juice to this puppy and let it run. Let it start going. Get to where it needs to go. So now this is what the prograde's going to do. Let me get back there and show you. See this? The blue line is the circularization of the planet. So we're actually still gaining some height here, which wasn't really the plan. So we'll go ahead and slow this down. Ah, screw it. Go like this. Now we're staging. So this is gonna break this off here and start us off again. This is now the smaller portion of the satellite. This is circularizing. So this is actually really ideal. Check out that circle here. Not too much of a circle, really oblong. That's okay. This is really just an example. Here we go. Here we go. So Daphne, how are you? How are you doing? Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh-oh, look at that. You're starting to get in orbit. We want to be at least 80,000. That's always a safe bet with the periapsis, however you pronounce it. All right. This is not a perfect orbit, circular orbit. I'm doing fine. Doing good, just eating some cookies. Just came from work. Sorry about that mic noise. I had to shift its position. But now, ooh, that's deep. Now what is going on here, let me reset this, is we got a satellite up in orbit, not a perfect orbit. Can't see too much because it's on the dark side, so I'll bring it to the light side now. Whoop. So, see, this puppy is getting some light. Now, I just wanted to show this for good reason. For a very simple reason, really. This is what you have to do. You have to get to a certain point up here, circularize, or at least get into an orbit. Not a perfect orbit. This is more elliptical. And then what you'd have to do from there is get into the sun's orbit. Kerbin's orbit of the sun. And then transfer to these other planets, which go quite far out. As you see, this is actually a mammoth amount of space. There's unknown objects here. Oh, we got that too. So the next thing to do from here is actually get back here. So we're going to warp there. Speed up time. Speed up the time. Get to the point, you know. It's yeah. And then we're going to go. Oh, crap. Oh, I'm so close. Now we go to prograde. We're going to get this satellite out of orbit also. Out of Kerbin's orbit. Get into the sun's orbit. So we're going to check this out. Look at this just expand wildly. Maybe we'll get this to the minimus. Kerbin's moon, or I'll just get it into the sun's orbit. And now check this out. Boom! This may not seem like much, but it takes so long to design these things. I'll go about designing the space plane that's going to go on to my Omega booster thing that I got going. Now speed up time. To be fast. Real fast. Boop. Alright, so. Now we're in orbit. Now we can check out the drones here that are connected. These are the vessel links. So, I have a vessel down here. On Duna, that's what it was. Duna. Okay, this is the Mars planet. And I got something there. One of my vessels. So, that is important. But we're going to go ahead and mess. We're just going to fire everything right now, okay? I'm going to get this thing just to go straight for something. Actually, let's just kind of... how about I mess with it even more? I don't even know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do radial out here. So that's going to shift it in a different way. So we'll just watch this orbit. Watch the blue line. Here we go. There we go. Watch the blue line. May not seem like much. Check that out. It's now shifting. Again, may not seem like much. But this is a whole shift. Everything's going to change. The whole orbit of this thing's going to change. You see it's moving to the right. So this is going to be moving towards Duna. Now we're going to go ahead and switch this to prograde, which is going to expand it. And we're going to cut it off in a second here. There we go. Now we've got an even more interesting cycle on this. So I'm just going to let this go again. Tell me, what do you think of this game? Is it too boring for you? Because I quite do enjoy my games. My favorite game would be League, really. Currently is League. I play many different games, but right now it's probably just League. I like to play League. Das is for sure. Das ist for sure. Yeah. It would be League right now. I'm probably going to go. Oh, good. Yeah, it gets more stressful when you spend an hour designing a craft and testing it, or 2 hours, hour or two designing and testing a craft without even really getting it deep into space or out of Kerbin to another planet here. And then you finally put it on its hour-long mission, which may not seem like much time, but for here, it is a lot of time. And after you do that, it'll just fail on you. You go, well, that was a good waste of time. That's the feelings that come from it. Oop, I want to see this still. Ooh. And now we're going to go ahead and stage again, get to the main satellite. Oh, did I just drain the tank? Oh no, I just didn't start it. There we go. Check it out. Now we're on the move again. We're on the road again. Let's go back. We're gonna radial in now. So you can see the blue line is slightly out of the red. That is Duna's orbit. So now we're gonna go ahead and get it radial in. We're gonna start this up again here. Just kind of watch it slide to the left. So you can look at Moho right there. That's the planet close to the sun. Alright, this is good enough here. So we're just gonna go ahead and leave the satellite. That's all. We don't need to do anything. It's got a nice point towards the sun there. And this is my little satellite. This is just an emergency sun panel. Yeah. I have that patience. But not because I want to be patient, it's because I want to succeed. So, I'm going to show you me designing a space plane on top of, not this, but my cargo carrier. Or maybe, doesn't even have to be a space plane, it's going to be a lander. Okay, I'm going to make a lander. It's going to go inside of this cavity. Now, you're going to see how this one works, how I designed it. It has so much unbelievable power that it just launches, instead of doing that whole process I showed you, where you have to get up, you have to circularize around Kerbal, and then you have to move out to the sun. This one just flies straight up and doesn't have to mess with any of that. It just gets right where it needs to go. Also, I'm going to set this to toggle bay doors. Oh, shnikes. Now, custom needs to be toggle bay doors. Thank you very much. Now, alright, so what we have here is this, which is going to have to be le corrected. So I could put something like this as a cupola. It is important. Think of a space station. And I can have that there and have this thing undock at any time, any given time. But also, I'm going to need another senior port. And that's going to connect right to here. Now these can dock and undock. But this is not what I'm using. I need a lander. A nice lander can. Now this is the MK12 command pod. And it's meant to be able to go through the atmosphere and burn. This lander can is not whatsoever. That's why you actually see its mass, 2.66 tons versus 4.12. That is a gargantuan difference. For this, I would have to use something that's not truly reusable. Oh, I've played this game for so long, and I've had to look up so much to get it to work. And started using a little more common sense. But, you know, it's worth it. This is quite a fun game, I have to say. It is very, very fun. Very fun indeed. So, we're going to go ahead and attach this one up here. That up here. Why would I take that one? I don't need that one there. This is the lander can. So, see, this cannot take heat. It cannot take heat, will not take heat, and will fail every chance it gets at taking heat. So, I gotta figure out, what do I want to do? Give me an idea here. So, this is supposed to try to take us to another planet. Okay. So, what do I want this to be able to do? Do I really want to build land, or do I want to send a drone that can mine resources? And then send another can so it can refill off of those resources. After converting it to fuel. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. We're going to make a drone. Point of this drone will be to land and be able to mine for resources. That's what we're going to do here. I made up my mind real quickly. Let's check this out. Convert Otron. I don't even know what's up and what's down on this thing. Alright, attach it. Oh my god. How the fuck? Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, I had it. Yay. Okay. It's upside down. That's going to severely bother me for the rest of my life unless I change it now. Alright, now it's back on. So read what that does. Mobile processing plant. Take raw materials containing a trace amount of oxygen, hydrogen, and crack them into useful fuel products. Yeah, so this is what we want. We want to be able to turn it to useful fuel products. Now what we're also then going to need is a holding tank. So, here we go. Holding tank. I think one will do just fine. So we got two things here. Well, three things really. So I'm talking about sending a processing plant and ore refinery to a planet. Now, here's the problem with that. I don't have any scan of that planet, which means I could land somewhere and it'd be absolutely useless for me. And I mean 100% useless. So I have to worry about that too. I have to go scan and land. Or scan before I land. So I can get this into orbit around the planet I want. And, you know, this has no landing capability. What it's going to do is it's going to undock, fall, and explode. Don't want that. So we're going to go ahead and... Actually, we'll go ahead and save this as... Fly anywhere... Heavy... No. Just processing plant. Okay. Now here's another whole thing we have to do. Is actually go make this somewhere else. So we're gonna go make this and remake it. But we have to completely have it balanced. All the way completely balanced. So let's go here. I'll go ahead and get the resources up. So let's see. Where was it at? We had a large holding tank. Now we had the resource processing plant right here to convert Otron. So this is why I did this. Gotta see where the weight's balanced. You know why? Because I have to put on these things called, not engines, but actually monoprop. The whole point of me having to do that, because when I drop it, when I undock it from the craft that I showed you earlier that's going to carry it, I have to undock it, and then, after doing that, I have to be able to get this thing out, but I have to get it out evenly so it doesn't even tilt and slap the side of something, because then it could damage it, explode, catastrophic failure, all that good, lovely stuff. So these are two drilling excavators. Check that out. Beautiful, beautiful. Put that right there. Aesthetically pleasing if it doesn't hang over like that, because as long as it's hanging over, I'm going to be bugged beyond belief. That's nearly perfect. That's still going to bug me. Now that's really bugging me. That's close as I'm going to get it. I'm not going to look at it anymore. Alright. These are the drilling mines. Or mining excavator. And let's see. What else are we going to add to this puppy? Oh, that's right. I need to add the docking port. Senior. There we go. A little bit. A little bit. Just a little bit, I'd like to say. Not too much, yes. Okay, so this whole craft is going to be dependent on it landing in an atmosphere. That's the whole idea of this one. So, in a moment here, we're going to have to check out, even before I finish designing this, because that depends. If I'm landing on something like the moon, I can be as simple as the moon. Then that depends. That's going to change how I build this, because I can have something that's high mass. I mean, this is very high mass. 4.25 versus 1.25 for this smaller version. Just convert slower. But let's look up the planet. So, oh, like this is the old chat. Let's see. All right. Everything has its own mass and size. So Kerbal, I'm not talking about Kerbal, baby. I'm talking about planetary system. No, I want a Kerbal system. All right. Okay. Look at that. Look at all that. So Duna, that is the moon. So we're gonna look at getting to some. So Duna. Let's try to get to Moho. Yeah. No. What has a thicker atmosphere? I think Eve does. Actually, Eve has a thicker. That's gonna be Venus. Yep. Eve is Venus because of that atmosphere. So this is actually going to have... Let's just check it out. Check out that atmosphere. Extremely dense atmosphere. Just... So sea level pressure of 506 kilopascals. 5 atmospheres. Oh. Has 4 times the mass and 5 times the sea level pressure. Jeez. So when we're going to land on something like Eve, this whole thing has to change. It can't be this heavy. This is an ungodly amount of weight for it. And so that's just, it's not going to work. So, we have to go about and do some corrective maneuvering. And that means we're going to have to make it a lot lighter. A lot lighter. Think, 5 times the atmosphere. That means if you're going faster, you burn faster. And that means it's going to put so much more pressure on it. We'll need aero braking. We'll need parachutes. We'll need a retro rocket against it to have a chance of surviving. So, to minimize that... Hello, Katie. To minimize that, what we have to do is actually convert its size. And I'm just trying to find that piece. So, that's the wrong way. Oh, I gotta use the one with fuel in it. Kinda irks me. What is this? Nope. There it is. So. You know what? We're not even gonna use this method. This method is bunk. I'm gonna use a different method. Remote guidance unit. We're gonna use just a smaller craft. That's gonna allow us to get to Eve. Eve is farther away. It's harder to get to. A lot more delta V, which is required fuel resource. How are you doing, cat? How are you doing? I have a cat. Kind of hiding from me right now, but or just somewhere. Fuck, I don't know. Stack separator. I'm gonna attach that on there. Stack separator is different from a decoupler. Say this decoupler. Watch. See right there, arrow pointing up. If I have anything attached above it, this will detach this part. But say it's right there and I add something on top. I'm more of a dog person. That this piece will pop off, but this will stay right here. But if you're using the stack separator, the blue line stripe one, Barbasol looking one, the stack separator separates from everything. So that's where I use that. So we're going to attach it. Alright, now, let's get all sciencey. We need a fuel converter, or a resource converter, small holding tank. Okay, let's check out that mass. Alright, we got that. You know what? Just because I gotta show you this stuff. I got to, you know? I need a surface scanner. That is without a doubt. Gotta scan that surface, baby. Gotta scan that surface. But yeah, I had my dog. But she passed away. She was an old dog, 15, had cancer, died at home. But she's a good dog. She was a good dog. And so she died, but she was dying and she was stretching out. And so when she finished her stretch, she ended up finishing that stretch on a grass field, but actually in midair, lunging after a piece of flying meat. So now she's in doggy Valhalla, feasting on chicken and attacking mailmen every day, battling with mailmen across the 500 doors of the Great Doggy Valhalla Hall. And out of those doors, each door comes 800 mailmen side to side with their bags on. And my dog Flash, who, like I said, passed away, is now with a bunch of other dogs, and they're all fighting mailmen every day. They get to do their dreams, attacking mailmen. Oh, yes. Alright. So we got this here. Now we gotta check the aerodynamics, because we're gonna go to a planet with heavy atmosphere. Now I know what I'm looking for, which is this heat shield. And this thing inflates. Look at that. This is the defend it, keep it safe shroud. But I don't want to use that. Yes. Sorry to hear. Yeah, my dog had, what is it called? Lymphoma. And she had growths all over her body too, so I feel you on that one. Okay, so now we got this thing here. And now we want it to be able to land. We want some heavy struts on this, because I know it's going to a heavy atmosphere. I'm going to put this up here, then. So it's going to heavy atmosphere. What I applied right here is an ablative heat shield. The ablator, which is mass, also it burns. So it literally burns off, and that's to keep the heat from affecting this whole craft. Because, like I said, going through a dense atmosphere, we're going to need to put on some radiators, though. Definitely some radiators. Not even a radiator, like a thermal control system here. Can't be that, though. And these extend out, and that's to cool it. Now, the next part, which I'm just not sure about this, is I'm gonna want to use something like the docking port, and I'm gonna need a docking port, a radial docking port. So I may want to actually move this puppy over here, and we'll keep the temperature gauge thing, or size, press barometer, whatever. We're gonna use that just for some fun. Actually, no, I'll use this instead. Screw everybody and everything. All right. Whoa, bruh. I didn't want 2. I wanted 1. Not 2, honey. I said 1. There we go. There we go. 1. All right. Now, what was I going to add back here? I was going to add something that's kind of important. What was it? It was something important for sure. Docking port. Radial docking port. Clampotron shielded docking port. There we go. Boop. Perfect. Now it can resist heat. Now the question is, how far does this motherfucker stand? And I'm gonna need to add parachutes to this, I swear. So we're gonna need to add parachutes so this can go through the atmosphere. And you see, this is the whole process. Making this whole thing is the entire process of just getting something ready, saying, I need this, I need that, gotta do this, gotta do that. I'm even forgetting right now. I almost forgot. I gotta add batteries. I need to have batteries. And then I also need to have, not only that, a way for it to generate energy. And this could be radioisotope, which is cheaper than cheap, but may need to be required. I think these are the short ones. No, these long ones. Perfect. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna need. Perfect. So we got this here. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't really know. I'm being kind of stupid right now, just having a little bit of fun. Can't really have fun with this though. Now there is one more piece, another piece, not one more, but another piece. I need the RCS fuel tank, monopap fuel tank, and that is for good reason. That is for tilting it. But see, this is making it too tall. I can't have this be too tall. I don't even think I need that actually. So I got ability to recharge the power. I got a power source. So I got the power source. I got the battery. I got the ore processing. I got the ore tank holding equipment afire. But now I need the actual drill. So that is not something to forget. It'll be a little bit of a boo-boo for me to forget that. So I don't want to quite forget. No. Now, we'll add 2 just to help with that drilling process there. Oh, jeez, it's too short. That's nice. So we're gonna have to swap this out to something different. Make it 3 legs. Put it there. Grab the big driller. Holy schnuggets. That's gigantic. That's gonna make it want to roll right on over. I have to get rid of this. We don't need it. I use the surface scanner because that is actually kind of important here. But we'll move that up here. Wish I could just have like a slightly smaller drill. Jesus. Alright, so this is gonna be Eve Driller. We'll go ahead and save that. And we're just gonna see how this works when it sits on the ground. It may just fall over. See, look at that. Look at that. It wants to fall over. As it is, it wants to fall over. Now watch this. See? That's a separator. It will launch anything off from the top and from below it. Oh! And it hit something and it exploded. Now this is the drill. Well, it deploys, goes in the ground, yada yada. It actually is in the ground. Can't really see it. It's moving. And it can start drilling right there. And then adds to the contents of that. And we can extend solar panels. Blah, 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 blah. Extend the thermal radiators. These is to power everything. We never know if we're going to have partial sunlight and got to charge up real good. Nothing really works the way you want it to. Or perfectly. Anyways, this is drilling, drilling, drilling. And so now see this. Look at this. Ore. Let's get in some more. Oh. Let's check this out. Is this running at peak efficiency? No, it needs to actually cool down some more. So there we go. Now it's cooling down. Cooling, cooling, cooling. Because of this radiator. Alright. Now let it run. Okay. Alright, so now I just broke my eyeballs doing that. I'm going to go ahead and retract this drill now. But now you can see this. And this can actually now process that ore into actual fuel, which is lovely, which is great. Now, that's why you do a little test. I mean, the lander works fine. But the other thing is that drill's just too big. I mean, seriously. It's just massive. It weights down this thing an ungodly amount. We don't want that. These legs go up, are too high on there. So that doesn't work quite like I'd rather have it work. Oh, these actually got to set up higher for me. And this thing is hideous. Hell no. Hideous. Oh, what am I supposed to do with this? Jesus, I don't even know. could do something like this. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, no. No. Turning. That's what we want. Because now, see? Now it can dock. Now it's in line. It's better protected from everything. We got our legs here. Now what we do need to have work is the actual drill. But I'm going to use just 2 small drills. But it's got to be able to reach the ground. So we'll lift these legs up. Now I do want to use these legs because these are the strongest legs available. And we'll go ahead and put the radiators down on the bottom. Now these are smaller drills, so they won't use as much power. Boom. Wonderful. That's what we want. And just because it pleases me, I must add lights. Ooh, not what I wanted. I'm gonna add 6 here, not 8. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now this can be run at night. We're gonna grab all the lights here. So the lights, this will toggle the light. Group 2. That will toggle surface harvester. Let's see if that works out. And group 3, toggle. Okay. It's another test. Another test. Gotta see if this driller will work appropriately. So 1 turns on the lights. Let's go ahead and go to nighttime here. Actually, let's check out 2. 2 is supposed to toggle this. Didn't. Now about 3. Yep, okay, wonderful. Now let's get to night on Kerbal. Look at that shadow move. Now, this is the lights. They're not that powerful. They're floodlights. Just think of them like that. We got some floodlights going on. See, here's the difference. Floodlights, no lights. Floodlights, no lights. Not much. But oh wow, that's gonna bug the schnookies out of me. I'm gonna have to have these floppitied over, not like that. There you go. See, that's gonna piss me off if they turn too. But we'll just move you up. See, look at that. Oh, perfect. Now they can just rotate over however they want. Let's go ahead and retract those. Now, let's check out custom group, custom group. So that's not gonna work. We're gonna need to grab this, and that is to toggle drill. And we'll change this one. We'll get rid of solar panels on that one. And now, toggle surface harvester. Ooh, toggle asteroid harvester. That'll be 4. Now for 5, let's toggle solar panels. Perfect. Beautiful. We're going to do that. Okay, so we got the drills, got this, got that. Now we got a tall, long, lanky thing. Now the question is this actually going to work? That's the real question. Is this going to even work? This is just one portion of it. See, this is just... I don't even know how to put this. This is just a little landing probe. And there's still more to do. The cargo carrier thing I was going to use won't carry this. Now it's too long. It's not that it's too wide, it's too long. And it doesn't have any propulsion way to get to its destination. But we still got to check that weight. And also now I remember why I had the monoprop on here. Or monopropellant. One, this thing needs to have that. It needs to be able to have a fuel tank attached to it. However small, it needs to have it. Why? Because how else is it going to transfer fuel or store fuel? So I have to have a small fuel tank and a small this. Look at that. Gotta have all this. Looks like just a giant frickin', I don't even know, like a wiener dog here. don't know why, it just got little legs. Now it's got a way to store it. It has no way to break its fall, so that's where we gotta get to the, well, there's air brakes. That's one way, which is by no means the way I want it to have to work, but it may have to work something like this. To have these. I think I just did that the wrong way. I did that the wrong way again. So this is what happens when it deploys. Boom. And that's simple. That's to help slow it down, but realistically, those are just going to blow up in the atmosphere of Eve. So now we got to go to something else, just specifically for landing. Oh, I got to find those again. I always manage to not be able to find them, even if they're right in front of me. But I need some parachutes. Need some parachutes. It should be in utility. Yes, it is right here. We're going to add a whole row of drogue chutes. There's a drogue. There's the radial mount parachute. We're going to add 4 of those. So, tabletop simulator, go away. I would need to be able to see my... Here we go. So this one would naturally come first right here. This is the Eve driller. So now what I'd have to add from there is that I had to go back to these boosters. The triple XL, or the payload launcher, as we saw over here. Where'd I put it? Fly anywhere. That's right. That's right. Fly anywhere. Payload launcher! So, we gotta take this whole thing, put it into a sub-assembly so we can load it. Drop into sub-assembly. Okay, now you're being a dick. Actually, we gotta drop all those out. I know. Oh, gosh, it's gonna be this way towards me. Okay. Sub-assembly. I take this, drop it into here. Triple XL Mega, yeah, boosters. Fly anywhere. Save. We're not gonna save this, though. We're gonna just go open. Don't save, because we don't want to lose that. Go back to the Eve driller, then pull out the triple XL Mega boosters. Let's check this out. Look at that. This is to carry this one thing. Oh, gotta make sure I take the drone core too. See? That'd go there. But we gotta make that look pretty and actually work now. I guess that would actually work fine with the payload carrier, realistically. I mean, I could extend the payload carrier to actually truly work the way I'd want it to work. So I'd have to put this up here, take this off the advanced mode. We're gonna go now to payload. And so we got this portion that to deal with. And correctify. Yeah, see, now we're facing another little issue. This is supposed to go somewhere in there, but now it's gonna have to be attached to something from here. So, we'll do this. Because I'm amazing like this. Maybe this will work, I don't know. I hate when it doesn't work, but sometimes simply this is what happens, where I gotta do some stupid modification to make it work. Ew, choice sucks. This isn't gonna work either. We're just gonna have to go ahead and put this into the sub-assembly so it can fit. And we're gonna make this a drone. Maybe like a mining drone if they have a symbol for that, which I don't think they do, unfortunately. Oh, Perfect. Drilling platform. Okay. That is the new section. So drilling platform, maybe drag and drop. Oh my god, selected part is not attachable. Alright. Drilling pod. For refueling on surface. Alright. Let's save that. Now let's load the fly anywhere. Payload launcher. Then unload that drilling pod. We'll go ahead and take this off and give it something like this. Where is it at, baby? Where is it at? I'm looking for the decoupler. The stack separator in this case. Oh, look at that. It's actually got plenty of room. Small drilling platform launcher. Alright, so we've got our small launcher. Now it's gonna want to have its own little simple fuel source. That is for sure. We're also gonna want to have to add another stack separator onto this puppy. Right there. And then let's see here. It's gonna need, like I said, it's gonna need fuel. I know, no longer satanic. Wondrous. Alright, so I got fuel there. Now we're also gonna need, and yes, hello again, Anthony. I'm glad to have you back. Now to conserve on size, we're gonna use a thumper. These are not actually the best though. It's because look at that. Gotta have that good vacuum for it. Ooh, don't want that. We got the Terrier. Look at that, beautiful. Alright, so what we're doing here is just adding its own little launcher to be able to get its places where it needs to go. It's gonna want to have like a reaction wheel. Too large. Inline stabilizer. That's good enough for me. Alright, let's see. Now we're gonna want to add fuel again, but actually a bigger fuel tank. And I want to attach it to... oh my gosh. Yeah. Getting it to just attach is disgusting. You see it? It wants to do everything but... oh my god. It's even going like inside of it, on the side of it. Oh my god, just fuck. You're giving me cancer now, bro. I'm sorry, this is truly frustrating. Just fucking attach. Holy shit. It's like it chooses to be this stubborn and not want to work. It's like, dude, I just don't want to help you, David. Sorry. Yeah, you know what? I can tell that, asshole. I can tell that you just don't want to fucking work. Well, fuck you, too. Holy shit. See, that works. That one don't work. Now, this is not gonna work. Holy shit! I don't have a horror movie favorite. If you're talking to me, that is. Holy twat banger. And I'm gonna have to build this. Not on here. I'm gonna have to go down here and make this. This is ungodly frustrating. Come here, Terrier. Ah, there we go. End up separating. Then the bitch can spin around. We'll actually give it some monoprop control here. Alright, so we're going to test this out now. Stud it closed. It's attached now. You know, there's one other thing. I got to add the struts to it. Helps keep it in place and stable. Oh, I used to watch a lot of anime. I used to watch Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. Yeah, One Piece, Naruto a lot. Not as much Bleach. I'm still waiting for Attack on Titan, so I want that new season. Come on. Where is it? Either one of you, Daphne, Anthony, Kat, have you watched Attack on Titan? How about Sword Art Online? I never finished the third season. How about it? The Attack on Titan movie, I thought they already had the live animation movie. That one was garbage. I don't know if you're talking about Sword Art Online movie. Real, like, what did I just say? Yeah, SAO is so fucking cool. I want that to be real. You know, I'm dreaming, baby. I'm dreaming. Oh, Sailor Rain. What the hell is stack separator is this piece of shit? Oh, it's that one. And that's that one. So, we'll separate that. That one gotta be separate from here. That's also gotta be down here. These can go together. Alright. Alright, so this is the staging. So we got a simple 3-stage rocket. Despite its immense size and complexity it looks, it's rather simple. Launches up. These two right here, 2 boosters on the side, this one and this one, they both detach at a certain point. So we're going to go ahead and launch this bitch and see how it goes. I'm actually going to do a partial launch. I'm going to get it into the atmosphere. I wonder how this is doing inside. Just fine, not even fidgeting. That's what I want. That's the payload that it's carrying. Close this, we're going to hit a lot of atmospheric pressure here soon because of the speed we're going at. You'll see the drag effects going into play. So, now, yeah, I want an SEO game, but yeah, that'd be so cool. Virtual reality like that. Now, we're just going to do a test, like I said. This is going to take us into the atmosphere. Let's turn off this garbage trash. See everything thing. We're gonna get this high up in the air, you know, at least to 1,000 meters. We're gonna unload the payload, get it to kind of try to get it out of there, control it from that point, dump this craft. Actually, we'll try to get this one into orbit just to see, you know, like, screw it, fucking why not, sort of thing. And let's see where we end up here. We'll go ahead and cut it from this point. I just wanted to kind of go up, see where it will land for me. Alright, now we're already getting out. So, this is where we need to be. Now I do want to start controlling it from this point, not from there. I want to control from there. All right, so now what we have to do is actually decouple the thing, which is what we want to do. Kind of hard to do with this thing because of its immense size. Now we're gonna try to dump it. Literally dump it. Uh-oh. That's not what we want. Alright, this is good enough. We're going to go ahead and try to decouple. So we're controlling from there. Now let's get the decoupler. Let's decouple this bitch. Should just use a docking port. Deal a lot less damage to everything. Now, we got this enabled. We got the RCS enabled. Now this should have RCS fuel on it. Right? I think I fucking added that. That's allow these little puppies to run. Where are they? Where are they? Should be right on here somewhere. These. So, it looks like they're not, though, for some reason. I must have forgot to add. I thought I did, though. I thought they're right underneath these. You know what? I may have mucked that one up and not added them. Which is okay. This is where we have these test runs. It's for this reason. So we're going to have to try to do a little wiggle maneuver to pop it out of this thing. See? We got a reaction wheel which allows this to be possible. Looks like a little torpedo. Alright. Now we can see where this is going to come down. We're going to go ahead and accelerate that. We're going to go to retrograde and start pushing right back down with the Terrier. So that's going to alter our orbit. That's going to force it down real fast. We're going to make it real tight. We're trying to simulate entering Eve's atmosphere 5 times as dense or 4 times as dense. Gravity is strong. Atmospheric pressure is ungodly. Alright, I'm just going to do something ballsy. We're going to go ahead and detach that stack decoupler off. Now we want to maintain this going down. The whole point of this is to see how these parts survive re-entry. What I may have to do is actually get a larger ablator shield. And that may be required. That would be fine because we're in a payload. When we're inside... Well, it's gone now. When we're inside this spacecraft, the actual carrier, it takes all the aerodynamic drag off of whatever I build in here. So I can make something funky. I can make it look like something from Sword Art Online, like one of those crazy levels if I wanted to try to be that freaky in detail. But that's what I can do. Again, this may not seem like much. But watch what happens. Wow! Look at this! I don't even have the friggin' parachutes on this. I thought I had the parachutes on this. You know what I did? I don't even know. I did something. Well, what I have to add next is actually the tanks to hold fuel and monoprop, and then add the airbags back on this thing, and add let's see. I gotta add airbags. What else? What else I gotta add? Let me know. Gotta add airbags, or parachutes, air brakes, liquid fuel and oxidizer, and monopropellant. So here we go. Now look at this. Look at this speed that it's going. That's intensely fast. For how it's coming down, that's what we're trying to match. Now, we can still just see how it goes through the atmosphere, how it power drives. That's what we're looking at. Look at this. See the atmosphere meter? Do you two see that? The meter there? You're going to see what happens. Because we're going fast. So fast. Look at that burn, though. Now you see it burn. This is why it's important. That's why you have the ablator. Hold on. Why am I not hearing anything? There, now you can hear it. But see, the ablator also acts as a sort of parachute, which is what we want. And that could actually be jettisoned. You see right there. Alright, well, anyways, it was kind of boring because we didn't even have the actual thing that we're going to use. So we're going to reopen this. I'm actually going to move this puppy. Move this. I'm going to take off that stack decoupler because that thing is mad dog crap. And we're going to just use... What are we going to do here? One thing is, this is an inline crapatron. I don't like it, to be honest. It's just an added space that I don't need on it. I really don't want it. I don't need it. I'm not going to use it. What I'm going to do instead, take this off, take this ablator off. I'm going to add another ablator shield. One that's just slightly larger. Maybe that's 2.5 meter. I had the 1.25. I'm going to need the 2.5. That's going to allow to block almost all of it. So that's good. That's what we want. But I don't want these touching. See where these go. Drill still can go to the ground. That's good. Alright. So we got that. Now we got this ablator shield, baby. But that's going to bug me. That is in its entirety going to bug me if that really does stay there. So we gotta move those up so it's not pointing through the damn ablator. Let's see where it starts though. Ends up, I mean. See, it's still on the ground. Perfect. Now the next part is removing this piece of snap. And also modifying this to have just a decoupler. Just a decoupler. So that's this, but not that big. Now if you notice the arrow pointing down, everything attached below this is now just going to be unattached. Hello, Charge Gaming. How are you doing? How are you doing? So yeah, everything below this arrow is going to just detach. I'm going to try to get to Eve. I've never successfully landed on a planet. I've crash landed and it worked. I've actually got to the moon. For all the hours I played, I always muck it up. I always end up marking it up somehow. So, truly, I'm just trying to get somewhere. That's all. I'm just trying. Oh, that is gonna bug me to no end if I really do this. I just want it to attach. To Hook? Where's Hook? Oh, Jewel. Jewel. No, I actually haven't. This craft, you see, the payload launcher, actually, I haven't tested its full bounds of where it can go, but it can go pretty damn far. I can launch this thing straight up and just keep going one continuous burn. It's just 2 stages without anything attached to it. And I can get it so it nearly intersects through the sun in one burn. Just one straight burn. So this has quite a lot of force to it to where it can potentially take me. So, alright, so we got, we'll put this back on. Then we also gotta add the little Monoprompt. Fuel tank. Small fuel tank. Oh god, why do these fuel tanks work like this? It just makes it so impossibly hard to attach to anything because it works like that. So what I end up having to do is actually attach it down here and build it from there. Let's take this fuel tank. Yeah, that's for where I was going. I definitely have to be worried about it. I mean, I'm trying Eve because I know how dense of an atmosphere it is. And what do you think of what I've made so far, Charge Gaming? 2 radiator panels, monoprop. I know where I'm gonna go. I don't know how efficiently air brakes like this work. So I want to use like that. Have to be able to air brake properly. Along with adding parachutes to this thing, because I know the inevitable crash burning feeling I'll get once I actually get there, knowing I'll be like, oh no, I just, nah. You know, that's what I feel like. Let's see how much space I do have left, though. I have plenty of room so far. Maybe test that out. Oh, yeah. Okay. What I want to do. Let's take this off. I want that fuel tank to be a part of this, because then I can minimize its size and hold, not trying to look like StarCraft, and hold a much larger reservoir of le fuel. But I don't think this fuel will attach the way I want it to, unfortunately. See, I want it attached from there, but I really don't think it will. I wonder if I could do that. Anyway, maybe I could try that. For the Terrier. Anyways. So, we got the Terrier there. I wanted to then add the stabilizer. Take this one off. You see what I'm trying to get at with this? Yeah, no, I get some lag, but my computer's decent enough to where it can successfully run it as I do need. Alright, now that I got that, I can actually re-minimize this. I'll take this out, and I can reattach this. This is where I can add my airbags, parachutes, airbags. Oh my. Now, I do want the drogues. I do like the drogue chutes. At 4. I know I'm going to Eve, so I just have a bad feeling. I'm being overcautious, overzealous with what I'm adding on here. I'm not concerned so much about the weight, because it makes almost no difference for weight-wise for what this freaking carries. I mean, it's 12 nasal of the heaviest, of some of the heaviest individual engines or motors, so it's quite undoubtedly extremely powerful. Yeah, the maneuvers are hard. They are very hard. That I can agree with you on. Very, very, very. Okay, so what is this? Terrier liquid fuel. Okay. Now you can see the thing that I was trying to make. This is the whole thing I was trying to make here. Oh my god, it looks so much better. Alright. Oh my god, it reminds me of an alien probe thing. So now let's just do a quick check through, see how this works. And you know what? I got the parachutes on a terrible spot. It's gonna flip the damn thing over. I do not want it to flip over. That'll break my poor little heart. I want it to be up here. The drogue chutes need to be up here. Get these off. I don't need these anymore. And also, I want the motor to be up there for a good reason, for testing. I'm going to try to ram this thing so fast back in the atmosphere just to get an idea for how this might work. So now I do see I can add a little bit more. There is room for additions. Now, here's how the legs end up. Here's how the drills end up. Do you know if that drill will work at that point right there? Because that's what I need to make sure that it truly can work at that point. I'm going to retract that though. Why does this almost feel like it? Yeah. We'll go like that. Max deploy right there. Alright, now let's take this. Whoa, I didn't even realize I could do that. And let's undeploy those. Try to orbit Eve. I wasn't even to try to orbit. This thing is a crash and burn. The carrier, sandbox mode, baby. I'm just gonna try to make this thing crash and burn. I don't care. All the Kerbals, they can die. I don't care. Now, let me show you my lack of care for the little Kerblings that are on this poor craft. I feel bad for the bastards, you know? Really, really, really do. But this is the extent of I don't care. Add that. I'll make sure there's no Kerbals on there. Especially not Jebediah. I don't want Jebediah to Jebediah on here. No need for that. Now I could extend this thing out. I know, my whole thing is I'm never gonna kill Jeb intentionally, never gonna lose him intentionally. He can only go on the most secure flights. He's my badass. So, you know, I could add more fuel to this. That's the potential addition that I see of possibility here, is just add another canister of fuel. I wonder if that will work. I think this one's too much, and it's going to be in a pain in the dick to even add. But you know what? This is why we're testing it. No, not that many. I think that's going to make it too long. God, adding this is such a pain. This is crazy. This is what I have to do every single time. Why does it trip you out? Oh my god, it's just a little too short. A little too short there. You know what? Yeah, it took quite a while to get this. I had different ways of building it. Oh. Alright, we're gonna take that stack separator off. We don't want that. I'm gonna go ahead and take that one fuel tank. I'll show you one of the other prior designs. It was actually to make 2 boosters on the side. So these 2 boosters. And then put a space plane in the center of it. Smack dab in the center. A Typhoon before? What? Have you ever had a Typhoon? No, I haven't. I hasn't. Nope. Luckily, hasn't not. Well, that's good enough for me. That little bit of space will be acceptable. Oh boy, where are you at? It's gonna be hitting you. I am unaware of some things. Yeah, where are you? We all want to know. Oh my god, I almost forgot a crucial component. Which this will need. Satellite. Not even satellite, but... Okay, okay. Just for somewhat aesthetics. And also I'm anal. Oh boy, well good luck with that. Damn. Let's see. Oh boy, how soon do you think that thing's gonna be hitting? It's gonna also be knocking out your power. Well, what time is it for you now? So again, I don't even know. Alright. What the fuck? Where did my stack separator go? What the heck? Oh, that's where it is. Look at that. Nice. Slick, smooth, perfect. And this, I only want it to give no force. No crossfeed. Save. Alright, we're gonna do a test drive on this. It's 8:01. Oh! Hey, it's soon. Well. You're gonna enjoy an hour to enjoy with this. Okay. Forgot to mess with the stages here. Usually it's supposed to be like a 3-stage rocket. So that's all the parachutes for it. This is supposed to be the 2nd stage. Whoa, 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 whoa. Then we have this. There we go, 3 stages. That's what it's supposed to be. Let's go ahead and launch it. If he fucks me up, we'll see. Jeez. Man, the weather's crazy. Yeah, this is just a test run. We're not going to Eve right now. Like I said, I'm gonna pile drive this thing as fast as I can back into the planet. This, I'm gonna pop off. It's ready. I'll show you, this thing is insane. I'll lock those gimbals. About to hit 2nd stage. Yeah, I hope everything will be okay for you guys. Slow ascent now. So we'll just let it go. Those last for a good duration. That's a good long burn. Eve is Venus. Except Venus, real Venus is 90 times the atmospheric pressure of Earth. It'll fucking melt metal. You put metal on its surface, it will melt. Not all metals, but it can melt fucking metal just by being there. If you were to stand on that, you'd burn and die in seconds. Now see, look at how far this thing's already pushing it. Of course, I want to stop before it gets too insane. But we're not even halfway done with this burn. This will get me out to the sun. And you know how this starts to drastically speed up. But we did put quite a heavy payload in there. Alright, we'll go ahead and cut that. Let's turn it towards retrograde, though. My little dolphin thing. Jewel. Jewel? Probably. You know what? We can check that out. Jewel. Jupiter. That's right, the gas giant. The gas giant. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. Now we're almost at its peak. We're about to turn it down. We're still going to retrograde here. No, I don't think so. I think that's just something they used. Whoa, okay, now we're heading back down. Stop! Stop. Way, better. Step aside. A lot of men didn't, and a lot of men died. Now we're boosting ourselves. Don't get screwed. Alright. Now we're trying to insanely increase our speed back down to the planet here. Using all the fuel just to get this. And you better hurry back, Charge. Because once we get back to the planet here, it's power driving. Real fast. Alright. Let's cut that. Ah, crap, I didn't do control from here. Fudge shickles. Now we gotta go to the tracking station and get back to this thing real fast before it is gone. We got... crap. Here, this is the one we're on. Yes, Joule is comparable. Yes, indeed. Alright, so now we gotta get this thing out. Here we go. So our orbit is rapidly increasing here. We go to prograde. This is going to be our probe. Our landing probe. And we're going to be hitting that atmosphere, but we're going to be hitting it fast. So we're going to abandon this ship, and we're just going to test how this will work heading into the atmosphere. Let's go ahead and engage these. Or get them set to be... Oh, I got to check each one of these chutes now. Because I didn't do it earlier. And that's where you fail. Fucking, I got to do this 8 times. Not a lot, but when you do that for multiple things like this. Oh, look, I thought I turned the fuel crossfeed off. Apparently I didn't, so I used up that fuel. That's another little mistake I gotta make sure I have corrected before we go on the real flight. This is why this is just a test run. Because I do these little stupid things that I don't mean to do. I'll actually have this go short of it at 4,000. So what do you think? We're going pretty fast now towards the surface. nearly 4,000 meters a second instead of that 1,800 or 2,000 last time. And this is with a heavier probe tool, too. And, you know, blasting straight at it. Now I'm going to want to try to do realistic circularization, too. For coming in. And I wanted to use this ablator because I wanted to be able to keep, you know, these objects on the side. Like, I need this drill. Okay, I need the drills. I need the landing legs, the struts. Got the lights on just for fun. Don't really need them. But, you know, they're there. And we have all these here, too. Woo! Look at that. Solar panelitis. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Did I just extend the drills? No, I didn't. Shouldn't have anyways. Yeah, no. Now those are the lights. I turn the lights on. There, one turns the lights on off. I can't remember the others because I've changed this up a bit. Now, we're already on our way, I think. H and N, yeah. H can speed it up and slows it down. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and start speeding towards it. We're going to even use our monoprop to the point. It's not the point of the game to crash. No, Arctic Phoenix. And thanks for watching, coming on here. This is just a test run. I'm going to be trying to transfer to another planet called Eve. It's supposed to be like Venus. Atmosphere is denser. And basically you think you can burn and crash a lot easier. I don't need a cracked version of it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to blast myself straight back into Kerbal. And that's the planet that I launched off of. Instead of spending all the time trying to get to Eve, which I've never done, by the way, I'm just doing a test launch all the way back to Kerbal, which is like Earth. And I'm trying to go real fast so I can simulate what it's like to be going through a thicker atmosphere. Kind of, you know, I just want to see the results of how this will work, because this may or may not work well. So this is the angle we're going in at. And we're just going to keep speeding towards it. I'm going to go ahead and speed up too. Hey, you see how fast it's going. This thing is going insanely fast. Holy shit. And now, this is going to go real fast going through this. And usually you don't come in at a straight, dead angle. You go in at a side, which is going to be the next test. This is, again, just a pile driving test. Yes, that's all I want to do on this one. We're going to try one more. After this, make a few modifications. What did I mention here? What did I mention that I forgot? Needed to disable the fuel crossfeed. And, let's see, it's already empty. That's not supposed to be empty. So I have to disable the fuel crossfeed and fix up the radial mount parachutes and whatnot, so I don't have to modify them, and set the hotkeys. Okay, here we go. We're gonna, holy shnikey balls. Look at how fast that ablator's going down. Look at this, oh my god, everything's burning down because of the speed that it's going. This is why it's not good. Look at that, look at how fast it's going through. The ablator did nothing. The ablator did nothing. It just burned straight through. That is what we're trying to avoid there. That ablator did crap. So, we're going to have to go ahead and modify this so it does work. I can't revert the flight apparently, so that's alright. I didn't have Kerbals. Little Kerbals on there. And that's all that I was doing, you know. Okay, so, yeah, I'll leave anyway. I don't care. That can blow up. Look at how fast that burned. See, you can spend so many hours on this game and just have everything burn like that. And that is what we're trying to avoid, trying to get done, so it is not gonna do that. So, let's go back to this gargantuan beast of a thing here. We're going to go ahead and set these so the altitude is high. Altitude is high. In fact, we're going to want to go ahead and drop these to 4,000. Okay. And disable fuel crossfeed. That's the thing I wanted to do there. Oop, didn't want to do that. And also, I'm going to want to fix this right here. The, what's it called? what is it called? The staging. Now there is one unbelievable mammoth heat shield that you're looking at right here. Ooh, no. But for that to even work, we're gonna have to go ahead and shorten up this craft, because now it's too long to have that other heat shield. That's the most mammoth heat shield you can grab, inflatable, and it's wonderful with how it actually can work. So we're gonna take this off. We don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it! Tell me where that's from. Lathe is just like Earth, is it? Where do I find that? Okay, so now we got that. We can go ahead and add actually a bigger antenna with this gigantic fucking heat shield. That's the wrong one. This is the one I wanted to add. Whoop, not gonna have that kind of intersect through there. Nope, sorry, not gonna happen. Sorry, nope. Gotta have a good connection wherever these probes go. Gotta have that good connection. Gotta have it. So I can drop down actually a tad bit more here. Perfect. Alright, so we got that. Where's a gargantuan ass heat shield right here? I'll go ahead and move it up. See, this where I want it. So now watch. You think, oh, that's not matched up. Motherfucker inflates. Motherfucker inflates. Do you see that? Jesus. Oh my. Alright, so now, let's see if this is short enough to fit where it needs to fit again. Right there. Perfect. Wonderful. Wondrous. Wonders. Alright. We're going to do another test on this. Oh, never mind. That satellite little piece of schnapps isn't going to work for me because look at that. That's disgusting. I'm pretty sure I can do a level 2 relay antenna here. Oh, I saw that little nub thing. And that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. We'll go ahead and tilt you down, see if that works. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. And I'm not gonna keep you. Oh, it works! Okay. Time for another test. This time, we'll go in at an angle. Oh my god, I didn't fucking fix the staging again. That's okay, we'll go ahead and fix this up. And we'll go like this. There we go. Alright, Charge. See ya. Thanks for coming on. Come back later for some more. Play the games too. Do well with your Typhoon. You got pair hoops. Alright, now we're modifying where we're going here. God, those gimbals are killer. So now what we're doing is we're trying to change it so it becomes much smoother of an arc. Arc of the Covenant. Those gimbals down a little bit, huh? And here we go. This is still going. Alright, so we're gonna try that again, see how it does. But see, this arc's gonna change a lot, because our point of coming into contact with the atmosphere is still too direct. The point is, see, around the edge is where we want to get it. And once we get it to that edge point, what we're then gonna have is this sort of smooth out arc, which is what I'm actually looking for. And that'll allow for a more realistic way to intercept into the atmosphere, because what I want it to be able to do is rather simple. It's not have to directly pound straight through the atmosphere, but give it time to burn through. That's why I have this mammoth inflator shield. That also allows it to slow down. Alright, here we go. See the ring in the planet? Kind of what we're trying to get to an extent here. Oop, now a little too far. That's right, what we'll do is fix that. Deploy this. Turn those RCS thrusters off. Now we're going to start controlling from this point in here. There we go. Alright, we'll go ahead and deploy. Here we go. Perfect. Now we're coming out. This is what we want. So, wonderful. This makes me happy. We're out. We're safe here. Woo! Now the next thing is to go retrograde. And also get away from that craft there. So what happens with this? Curb and escape. I want to cancel out that curb and escape, because right now... So I'm actually just going to do a manual point. Back to Kerbin, because I don't want to escape Kerbin and get to the sun here. I'm actually just trying to get back. There we go. See, now look at smoother interjection. We're gonna go ahead and speed time up. And we'll do this. We'll save it. Crash burn test. Save it like that. Get to the point we need to get to. Oh, I think I ran out of power. Did I fucking do that? Yep. Good thing I saved it. Holy shit. Alright, see, look at this. This is what I can't forget. Electric charge. So we unfold these solar panels. Give it that electric charge we need. There we go. Alright, perfect. Good enough. Now let's go back on our little test here. Test run. Oh crap, can't even see. That's at its slowest point. Now, we're going to go ahead and try to speed right back up to the surface here of Le Planète. So we'll go ahead and speed up again. I want to get closer so I can actually see where I'm pointing towards. And we're going to try to, again, crash burn into this thing. Now, there's the moon. I think I'm going the opposite way. Actually, maybe I'm not. I just don't know. Where the fuck? Oh. There you is. That's the wrong way. But see, there's the moon. Orbiting it. Mun. M-U-N. Here we go. Let's go ahead and speed into it. Look at that speed! Holy shit! Fuck! 33,300 for its speed. I'm not even gonna speed into it. I don't need to. Holy shit. I'm going fast enough as it is. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and save this as crash test close. You know, they didn't want it to be the exact same thing. The Kerbals are supposed to be these ironically smart people. You know, they talk about, you know, we found this part right here, this Terrier liquid fuel engine. We found it in the garbage and repurposed it into a rocket motor. You know, they're supposed to be these ironic sort of things, and it's not supposed to be a real universe or solar system that they're in. Oh, that was negative 13,000 meters into the ground. This is why I saved it. This is why I saved it. You know? So, we're going to go ahead and go back there. We're going to go crash test close. And we'll do this. Inflate, heat, shield. And like it is, we are close already. So, we'll speed it up. Just to get closer. Why are you doing this to me? Oh, fuck! Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 84,000 meters this time. No, not crash burn test. Damn it. Oh, my God. So. We'll try this one more time. Indeed. Now, actually, fuck. I think I had my Kerbal on there. Isn't that what I wanted? Damn, dude. I think... whatever. Fuck. We'll do this. We'll just let this go. Anyways, yeah. Flay heat shield. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, let's go ahead and speed up. Hopefully, it's not too fast this time. Alright? Or not too fast? No. Look at speed, though. I'm watching you this time. I'm watching you so fast. Not even fucking with it. Alright, let's turn on these lights so I can see. But you see the orbit speed? How much faster, how much more speed we're gaining? Now, I'll go with Prograde this time. Fuck. And we're so close. Let's go ahead and retract these solar panels. They'll just burn up, break off in the atmosphere. Now, that's a good point to save it. We'll save it right here as crash test close. Because, I mean, we truly are really close. Look at that atmosphere, or the meters and how fast we're moving. Not as fast last time, but still quite fast. Alright, so let's just take a re-examination. You can barely see it, but you can see the rim of the planet. If you look at that little bright star right there, you can see where the rim of the planet actually is. So we're already getting close. And yeah, just read the meters. Think 80,000 meters. We're right at the atmosphere point, right where it's going to start forming on us. And you can actually see the atmosphere meter. And you can barely see some of the features of the planet down below. Barely. Let's test this fucking burn. Oh, baby. Fuck it. I'll even speed up and do it. Why not? Why not, I do say. It may just be for play, but we all don't know whether that is true. I'll put on the app brakes anyway. Alright, look at the fucking thing! Oh my god! We're 80,000 meters. 80,000 meters! Let's see where we're going now. Let's see how fast this thing is gonna want to burn up. If it's just gonna explode again. Look at that. Fucking ablator heat shield. Not even an ablator. It's just a giant heat shield that's overheating. It's overheating. Oh my god. But look at how fast it's slowing us down. It's working. It's working. It's making it. It's making it. We got the parachutes out. Oh shit, I ejected the heat shield. Holy shit. And that caused it all to go to shit. We're going to go ahead and reload that one more time. And we're not going to lose that ablator heat shield because that was pushing back so hard. Alright. We're going to do this one more time. One more time. And then we'll try not a man mission. The exact opposite of a man mission, actually. And we're going to go ahead and speed up. Use this poodle thing to speed us up. We're not even gonna use ability. We're just gonna see what happens when we let it fucking run straight. Okay, never mind. It's uneven weight, so we're just gonna go ahead and push into the atmosphere here. Use this poodle to get us there. Alright. No, I can't. I guess I'll keep these out while we're burning. We may be in the dark already, so... Yeah, we're already pretty much in the dark. I don't know if they're going to be able to get even an ounce of... Nope. Not even an ounce of light, which... Fuck. Jesus Christ. Thinking about it, an ounce of light is a lot of light, isn't it? Since light apparently has no mass. So going as fast as possible. Blader, this heat shield giant... 10 fucking meter heat shield. Inflatable fucking beat heat shield is just insane. So, we're still boosting towards it. We're boosted and going as fast as possible. Actually, if you think about it this way, what this is also for, if we get to, say, another planet, this is going to be a breaker. We're going to use the Terraria, flip the whole craft around, just fucking break. And try to slow the speed, then turn around, put the inflator out, have the brakes out. Once we get, what's it called? Once we get in the atmosphere where it's dense enough and we're actually slowing down, where the parachute's taking effect, we drop this ablator. We have the air brakes on to further slow us down while we're trying to go through the atmosphere. For if anything fucking happens, have to lose the ablator, we have the air brakes. Hello, Morgan Willis. How are you doing? Glad that you came on. We're just trying a crash test here into the planet. And, you know what? I'll go ahead and save this one now as the true crash test close. Because this is good. This is juicy stuff. Ooh. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. We are burning. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so hot. It's going hot, 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 hot right now. Let me turn that off and just let it kind of go in the atmosphere. Ooh. Like 20,000 meters. We're so close right now. We're braking. Meters slowing down. The drogue chutes have done their job. They've helped slow us down along with the heat shield. Now we got the main chutes deploying. Those are the bigger orange ones that you can barely see. And that's slowing it down, slowing it down, slowing it down. Let's try to balance out this craft. I'm doing good here, doing good. Just testing out a little spacecraft here. You know what I'm saying? Now. We got this here. And we're trying to just slow down. We're using the monopropellant there to try to even slow it down even more. I don't know what's going to happen if I jettison this again. Yeah, see this thing, that thing just kind of floats. It's kind of interesting. It just wants to stay there. I hear you, Lily. I hear you. You hear that? That's my cat back there. See if we can get this cage off, because this thing is just... Hello. I see you, cat. I see you. Now, see, we do want to be able to lose this friggin'... Ugh. This heat shield. Maybe I'll be able to put the gears down and I'll push it out. Oh. Perfect. Kinda, not really. Anyways, not really. This thing just does not want to let go, I swear. Jeez, what is it doing to me? I can't seem to lose it. Come here, cat, and I'll pick you up. Put you on my lap. Am I on the ocean or what? Where the hell am I? I think that's the ocean. Anyways, so... Yeah. It's working. It worked just fine. And these haven't even deployed yet. Watch what happens when they deploy. See? Look at that. There we go. Now it dropped that off. The blader dropped off. And, ooh. And now we're deploying these alarms here. So we've successfully been able to make it, even though with that freaking heat shield, the heat shield almost got too hot. Now we're at 5 meters a second. This is a safe descent. We have insane parachute pattern here to slow everything down. Even at 4 times the speed, we are still not done there. And, you know, that's what we're working on. This is great. This is great news. I don't even know what I'm going to do now. We gotta try to get to Eve, the real thickly dense planetoid spherical thing. Oh boy.
Oh my. Indeed, this is most inevitably scary in all different ways. Oh, it's a good world. Ba-dum, 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 ba-doo. It's a good world. Hey, babe, bum, 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 bum. We getting to this point where we're reaching the water. Ah, bum, 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 boom, 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 boom. We're waiting to get to this point. Look at the little hairs from the parachutes. All they're going to do. We've got the parachutes today. We're going to go ahead and cut these drogue chutes. I want to cut the drogue chutes. Oh, I guess that's not going to do anything, huh? It's just one. It's just one. And does nothing. Because we got the main chutes deployed. Oh, fuck. I think the inflator shield actually exploded. Alright, anyways, we're going to land in water, so nothing exciting here. Now, I wonder if it'll just land fine, though. I mean, look at this. We're only going 4.4 meters a second, which is actually incredibly good. That's what we want. What happens if I take the brakes off? Nothing. Is it good for dense atmosphere? Let's take the lights off. Where the lights at? Shit, I don't even know. Oh, those are legs. Lights. Alright, here we go. Hold on. We're almost there. We're almost there. We are almost there. Still almost there. This thing is going slower and slower. But I'm not waiting anymore. So, that's where we were at. Now, the other thing that we were doing here is just gotta check on... Where is it at? Where is it at? I think my Kerbals are on there. Damn it, Kerbals! Why are you on here? Fuck! Oh my god, that's not good. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and load something else. A crazy dog. I'll show you one of my other things. This is the bastard that I was trying to land. This is what I'm talking about. This is another planet. I'm trying to land it on this planet. Oh, honey, 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 hun, hun. And we're trying to get away from the little bastard. But we can't because I'm already screwed. So what am I gonna do at this time? Well, I'm probably just gonna fucking die. Da 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 da, da da do do. Let me show you what happens when you really fuck up. You just kind of fall into the atmosphere and then you die and go, oh shit, oh dear. Not this time. I launched it out of orbit, so I'm just gonna leave and go back to here. Check this little puppy out, see what it's about. Make sure I didn't fuck up my save no-how. Well, thank you. I just like singing for fun. I like singing for fun. So I didn't say muck up my save, and I get to keep my Kerbals. I don't like losing Kerbals. I don't like losing my little Kerbals. My little baby Kerbals. So we're going to actually load a more recent save if I have one, that is. If I have one. I don't think I do. Unfortunately, only day 9 seems to be my... or year 9, sorry. Seems to be my closest one. Crash burn test. So... now we're going to try to do something unprecedented. Actually, I'm not even going to bother with it. We're just going to go ahead and go back to one of these, the Alpha Dogs. This is to keep my Kerbals alive because I accidentally launched my Kerbals. Go back to the Space Center. I don't like losing them. So now, Daphne, you know, you've been on here, and thank you both of you, Morgan and Daphne. You've been on here watching this. This is just, we're just testing. Still just testing. Fuck, isn't it insane? These are just tests to see if it is even ready to start, to have a chance, to have the possibility of going where we need it to go. So, you know, it's getting there. It's getting there for sure. And make sure no Kerbals on there. I do not want these damn Kerbals. These motherfuckers are just gonna die. Thank you. Now. What we're gonna do is do a different testy poo. No problem. We're gonna send these people to the moon. Or to the outer orbiting moon. Which, let's check that one out. We got Eve. Or not Eve. Well, shit. I mean Eve. I meant to do Kerbal. Never mind, not Kerbal. That's the sun. Kerbin. And it has the 2 planets. Where is planets at? The Minimus. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a call from the girlfriend here. Hold on. Hey, can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. Look at that sunrise. Look at that light. Somehow shining through the buildings. Yeah, can you guys hear me? I don't know if you can. Okay, good. Okay, so we're gonna go. Okay, wonderful. Now we're gonna try to land on the moon. I tried to represent that by showing you. Look at that, some beautiful sun. And let's see. We're gonna go ahead and start heading up there. We're gonna try to get to the destination I'm pointing towards the ocean. It's either going to be this way. Nope, that's not the right way. Holy shit. That's a good way to fuck up my beginning there. So we're going to have to revert that flight. I was not supposed to go that way. That tilted me down. Not what I wanted at all. So we'll go ahead and restart this. Do a quick start here. And okay, gotta make sure I get this right. So starting off, I just gotta make sure I point in the right direction. So I will need to point forwards towards the ocean, and that will give me a nice gravity turn. This may not seem like much, but realistically it really is. Use gravity to assist and help you to get that initial arc, because what I was doing earlier, as you guys saw, was just flying straight up, or shooting straight up, which caused the I'm gonna call it a popsicle. It caused the popsicle to go straight up, which is inefficient for getting an actual orbit, which we do want an actual orbit this time. So we're gonna try to get a full realistic orbit. This craft is very powerful, so it allows me to make such hardcore turns. And this is very hardcore considering atmosphere. I'm plowing through. Just think of this as water. Think of you trying to be pushed through water over a boat. It takes so much force to push through it, and the more you push on it, the more pushbacks. That's one of Newton's laws. Every action has opposite and equal reaction. So I need to be pushing at, say, 700 meters going up, and I need to now eject these two. Oh shit. Fuck me. That is bad. That is very bad. Oh my god. Why did it just decouple one of them? It's supposed to decouple both. Ay. Dude, look at that nastiness. That threw me off a bit, unfortunately. That's alright. That's alright. We can still make this work. No problemo. So we're going to send this bitch over to the moon and land it. This is just going to be a test run. You know, we're doing from the moon. Then we're trying to get to Minimus. Then we're going to kind of... This Kerbal space program, it's been out for some years now. I've played it for quite an extensive amount of time. And look, we're trying to get to this. This can take 3 minutes. I can speed it up, but I'll show you what it is, where you can get it. So this is on Steam right here. I've played, as you can see, 233 hours. I have a freaking crap ton of games. But, yeah. So Kerbal Space Program. It's recently updated, so it made me want to get back into playing it. And this one, it made it even more realistic. You have to keep a constant connection to Earth to be able to issue commands to the fucking probe. So let's take a look at this package that I'm delivering here. See this little relay antenna? That's what is going to allow me to have this constant connection. It also has a constant drain on power, though. So that's just one of the things up there. Let's go ahead and load these gimbals. That makes it wave around. But look at that beautiful planet. We're going away from the planet right now. And we're reaching this. So we're going to go ahead and speed up to that point. I do want to just kind of get there quickly. And from that point, I'm going to get to the popsicle, which is still just about there. We're getting there, getting there. Almost there. And at this point, we're going to do a strong burn. This is going to be to circularize everything. To circularize my orbit around the planet. That's what I fucking want. To circularize. 10 times the speed, 1 times the speed. And we're launching in 6, 5, or actually boosting 4, 3, 2, 1. Full burn. You can see it's happening now. Full burn. This is at the prograde. So now we're trying to make a full orbit. And in fact, this is just a little too deep. I have to do a manual on this. So we're going to go ahead and watch this. It's still a little too deep. We're going to go back up. Here we go. Now, this is not going to be perfect orbit, and that's fine with me.
It's absolutely fine. Is what it is. But see this? That's what we want right there. So we're going to slow down. No, not speed up. Slow down. Thank you. Now see this orbit? We're in perfect orbit. It's fine orbit. It's going to run wonderful. And now we can just spin around the planet as fast as we want. Well, not as fast as we want. We're not high enough. But you see this? Spins around. Green lines represent that actual SAT connection, or connection to Kerbal, the planet, where we're able to issue the commands. So now what I want to... Oh my god. Add a maneuver. Yes, that's what I want to do. And that's to have more prograde, and that is to reach the moon. So now what I'm going to actually do is just kind of spin this around, see if I can get a connect point at the closest point to the moon here. So depending on where I have this. And that seems to be, you see those little points right here? Look at that. This is what we wanted to see. The purple right now, that's representing meeting up with the moon. So if we try to add a little bit more of a connect here, speeding it up. Now let's go ahead and rotate this. Now what I'm doing is not actually rotating too much. I'm simply moving where I start the maneuver. So it's not anything fancy. It's just where I'm starting the maneuver. That's as simple as it is. I'm just starting the maneuver at a different point. So we're going to want to do it right here. Moons, they're going to counter here. And what we're then going to do is actually brake. We're going to get into the moon's orbit. And after we get into the moon's orbit, we'll... How do I put it? We're going to have to slow ourselves down to stay in its orbit. Because at 2,088 meters a second, we're going incredibly fast to the point where we're not going to actually get where we want to go. We'll just zoom right by it. We'll lose it, essentially. And we don't want to do that. So we're going to go ahead and speed up. Look at the bottom right of the gimbal. That's the orange ball that you see turning to blue. And you see the little, the green. It says node in T minus 3 minutes 45 seconds. So we're going to speed up time just to get to that point. And we got to be careful. It will overshoot it very fucking easily. It's not a hard brake when I slow down time. It does a gradual. From, as you see here, there's 1, 5, 10, 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 speed adjustments or increments there. So we have 28 seconds for an estimated burn with this. So what I'm actually going to do is burn early. Half of that time. Estimated burn is 28 seconds, so I'm going to burn it 14 seconds, which is now. So here we go. We're going for it, and then I'm going to actively monitor this, bring up this gimbal. That allows me to then control the thrust. And you can see the blue. That's where my orbit actually is going. So, here we go. See how much more rapid it is actually reaching that point? Look at that. See, overshooting it just like mad. And it said I did it perfectly, which is amazing. It said I did it perfectly, but I didn't. That's the funny part. I really didn't. So we're going to counter the moon pretty soon here. Let's cancel that maneuver. Let's warp here. Kerbal Space Program. That's correct. Kerbal Space Program. Except with an A. And there's the moon. We're about at our counter there. See Kerbal? Kerbal. Kerbal Space Program. That's where you can find it. Oh yes, kitty. My kitty cat is right below my feet. What you doing, Lily? Her name's Lily, Billy, or Bitch, whatever one comes to mind, depending on how she's acting. Alright. But moon encounter, so we're close here. We're getting real close to encountering the moon. Now, what that means, you see this? We're going too fast, and we are going to have to actually slow it down. Or maybe in a case, speed it up to be able to orbit the moon. You see? That's what we're doing now. We're trying to set it so we actually orbit. We want to orbito the moon. let's try right here. This is where I wanted to actually do it. And this is how I'm going to be able to create the orbit. See that? This is my orbit right there. I can make an orbit from here, and I can shrink it from here also. So I do actually not want to shrink it, say, if I want to send this craft elsewhere, but land the probe. Yeah, or bitch. Land the probe at this appropriate point. So, oh, yeah. This is perfect. This is fucking perfect. That's what I want. So, we're going to be getting to this maneuver pretty quickly here. So, right now, you see the gimbal. Let's look over the gimbal. So, that moves in 360 degrees, all different directions, pitch, yaw, and roll. So, I can't actually explain pitch, yaw, and roll to you, but it is what it is. So, figure it out, because I've tried figuring it out, and I have figured it out, but then I forget, and I don't remember, because I don't do this enough. But you can see it's moving all different rays. Here we go. See that blue point? It looks like it has 3 T's. Oh, my cat is sitting on the ledge of my futon over there. And here we go. So we're about to hit that point. All right. So here we are. We're here. All right. I'll see you soon. Be right back. That it is. We're going to warp. We want to warp to that maneuver. So we're going to get close to it. Just make sure we're still in range for the maneuver to actually work. So now we're 4 minutes from this maneuver. Well, that was fucking quick. Now, we have a short burn. I'm not going to do any pre-burning this time. It's not fucking needed this time. It probably wasn't needed last time either. And we're going to get even closer. Alright, we're 20 seconds before this burn kicks off. Now you can see the moon is right there. It may not look like much, but it is right fucking there. Now, there's one other thing I'm going to do this craft before I actually really do send it off to... what's it called? Eve, the really dense atmosphere planet, which is supposed to be Venus, or similar to Venus, based off of Venus. Oh shit, I missed the burn. Derp. Anyways. Perfect. Now we're actually in orbit. We're in orbit of the moon now. So we're going to say this is Deep Space Launcher Test. That's where we're going to go from here. Now, what I want to do is open up the container. All right. Perfect. Now we got our little craft to test in here. The battery pack, it's been using up its battery pack. It's fine if it does that, because we're going to be recharging it. And what I need to add, what I was saying before we take this whole deep space launcher cargo carrier, is add that pack to it, its own batteries and its own way of generating its charge, so we don't have to rely on the actual probe or drilling, mining, processing platform inside. We don't want to have to rely on that. And what I have to do is take away any extra fuel this may have in its canisters, but it doesn't have any extra, so we're fine on that. So there's the moon. That's with KerbNet. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Moon, East Crater. Yeah, so I'm gonna go, what the fuck is this field of view? I honestly don't even know. KerbNet is fucking new, so I have no clue what that is. Not gonna pretend I don't know. Alright, so now what we've done is actually we're gonna go ahead and decouple. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna decouple. Make sure there's no force. There may be force present on this. And there was, so actually no, there may have not have been. And so we got our RCS thrusters on here. Now we need to boost out of here. We're using the J key for the RCS, not the real boost that's right here, the Terrier. we're not on that. Now that's enabled. You see that green bar? That means the fuel is now flowing. So now we've just boosted away, which is what we actually wanted to do. And now we're just slowing down. So we can say where we're at. I'm also going to deploy the solar panels. We may be actually blocked by the moon from seeing the sun. So there is no way to actually generate electricity at the moment. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. We're also going to kind of move away from this. We just want to keep that distance. We don't want to have any problems with crashing into it. And you see this? You see where this should be at? Location site. Navigation set to that. Wonderful. That's where I want to go. I want to go to that navigation point. Thank you. And yeah, no problem. Thanks for staying and watching. You watched a lot of it so far. And you know, this is a pretty fucking in-depth, detailed game. We don't need... And so, I will see ya. I'm going to keep going, though. So, thanks for watching. And come back soon whenever you can. We're going to jettison this heat shield. We don't need it for landing on the moon. It's just not needed. It's wasteful. And we're going to go ahead and get these legs deployed for landing. Now, the next thing I'm going to do here is get this next maneuver on to go retrograde. So we're going to lower. Here we go. We're going to lower it. Because what we want to do is actually land on the moon. So we're lowering. Alright, so we need to get to this next burn. Now, I'm pretty sure I actually need to go to... It's basically the anti-maneuver. So, because the spacecraft's actually backwards. Just put that out there. It's backwards. But, actually no, it's fine. It's got the engine set to it correctly. Yeah, totally does. Let's just make sure. Nope. It's gonna push it farther out. It is backwards. So, fuck. We're gonna have to go prograde. Because it's backwards. So I have to manually do this. It's fine, I don't need the maneuver. Maneuver, you're trash, I hate you, kill yourself. There we go. Here we go, and we're lowering. Wonderful. And here we're reaching the point we want to reach. Perfect! Okay, so now that we've gotten that, let's go ahead and speed up to that point. Oh, whoops, I went past it. Didn't mean to go past it there. Ugh, okay. Now, let's see. We're going to want to actually slow it down again. We're going to try to land right over here. Right over fucking here. So we're going for this landing now. I'm just going to force it. I've got plenty of fuel and the means to land. So we're actually forcing it. Now, this isn't, again, this is not the way you'd want to do it. You're not trying to force it this way. You want to be using the most efficient way to actually land, and this is not. But in this case, it's going to be okay, or it may be okay. I am actually using up quite a lot of fuel to just do this, and it may be too harsh on the craft here. So we don't want to use too much, but we'll see what happens. And we're going to go ahead and just let it go. And we're going to save this now as to moon landing test. You see the surface speed speeding up there? That's where we gotta be careful. So now we go prograde. Now you see what I did here? I have this flipped up. This is how I had to make it work. So we have to have this go and then flip it. It's going to end up flipping. But for now, this is how we're going to brake. This is going to be our brake. There's no true atmosphere on the moon. Ooh, look at that. So much closer. We're going to go ahead and try to reverse it just ever so slowly, slightly. But still let the descent happen here. But we're slowly reversing. I'll go ahead and speed that up because we don't have too much time before we actually reach the surface there. Let's see if we even have enough fuel. Next time what I'll do is I'll actually use the whole launcher craft to get it closer. That is more ideal for this. Because right now, you see, this may actually just crash. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. I mean, we'll see. Running out of fuel, baby. Running out of fuel. Almost out, too. Almost out. Alright, no worries. See ya. Thanks for watching. Yeah, going too fast this time. Ooh, baby, we're gonna crash. But that's okay. That's why I have a saved file. And kapookie. Oh, look at. Ha 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 ha. Oh. Look at that. Got a little swarm going there. That's what happens. Anyways, let's reload. It was under moon. A DSL test flight. So this time, I'm gonna go retrograde, and we're gonna slow it the fuck down. We're gonna bring it in closer, bring it tight. That's what we want. Love y'alls too. See ya. Just bringing it closer, nice. 45,000 meters for its atmosphere. This whole thing may actually just be able to land. It's the funny part. The whole thing may be able to just land. Because of its gargantuan size. Which might be a little fun just to test out. You know, maybe just a little bit too much fun. But it may be just that fun to do. Which, I'm thinking, fuck it. I got this giant-ass thing. I may as well fix up the rest of this. Here we go. Alright, so we're in a retrograde burning. I don't think I'm going to try landing it, though. I'm going to actually try to do it in a good way this time. We're just bringing that down. Give it a nice, good, clean orbit and going from there. Oh, baby. Uh-oh. Now we're not. We're going to be on the dark side of the moon. I don't want to be on the dark side of the moon, baby. Truly do not. Truly, truly. Cannot say anything else. I don't want to be on the dark side of the moon. I got solar panels. That won't work unless I'm using the radioisotope to generate energy and have lights all set up. But we ain't there just yet. So we're almost at pro grade now to get this fucker back set to where it needs to be. There, 25,000 meters. I think that's good. We'll go ahead and get this thing nice and stabilized now. We're gonna now control it from this point. Control from here. Now we're gonna shut this off. Boom. Alright, now we're out from here. Get the RCS back on and decoupled. Already decoupled. And we're going to just start sliding out. J key. J, J, J. That's pushing, 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 pushing. And we got the N key to... Oh, sorry. Not that one. Not the N key. Oh, U does lights. U does lights. It's the L key to slow that down there. So we're not boosting too far out. Now, let's jettison this heat shield. We don't need it. Perfect. You know what? You know what? I did forget to add on here. It was the seismometer meter thingy. Whatever. Surface scanner is what I meant. To be able to scan the surface of the moon would be most ideal. Now, let's go ahead and just let this thing speed us around. Oh, that electric charge is low. Let's bring out those solar panels. Alright, we're going to do another save, and this is moon test. Moon test, moon test. And just to see who's on here, who's still watching. Arctic Fox, or Phoenix, sorry. Arctic Phoenix, are you still on here? You still watching? Just a checkaroony. And if anybody else is on here, is anybody else on here? Oh, look at that. Small drilling platform is still away from us. Well, hello. Just wanted to make sure. So what do you think of the stream so far? I just want to get your opinion. Alright, here we go. We're gonna start descending now. Now we'll save this as moon test. Again. This time we don't have to redo everything again. Here we go. No atmosphere, so we're not going to hit drag, which is usually how I make most of my ships, is to have that drag on it. I do usually like it. Wu-Tang. Alright, we got plenty of fuel this time. Check out how much fuel is with this. We're going to go ahead and start expending some of it. And probably actually use the N key to use the monoprop to help. Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to do, because I know it is, in fact, a slower game. That is just, you know what it is. Now that monoprop, we'll have a good excessive supply of that, so we're good to let it run too. We're gonna get these legs out and ready for landing. And so we're just doing a pretty big burn here. As you see, we're already really descending to the atmosphere. This is just a long burn. We're landing in a cratered location, not a rover. That can be another attempt, another time to land a rover on this planet. Now, we're going to go ahead and not burn too much more. We're just going to let this slowly go, slowly burn. In fact, I'll just use that monoprop to actually slow us down. And that's monopropellant. You know, it's a single propellant. Think of like condensed air, and it's just slowly being released. Or not slowly, it's actually very rapidly being released at the moment. And I'm just letting it out. That's where that's coming from. That's usually for controlling the craft, for turning it, for altering it, for using transitions. Okay, now we got to turn this back on because you can see now we're really coming towards the surface here. And I have to do a flip. I really actually have to flip the craft to make it work because the leg's on the other side. I probably should just change that, but I did not. Okay, now we're at the point where we got to slow it back down again because now we're here. Now we're here, and we're going to have a flip. I'm going to have to flip and then use the monopropellant to slow it all down. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. I can't help it. But see, now we're coming down to the surface, coming down to the surface, coming down to the surface. Now you see how gargantuan this surface is. This is just a tiny moon. Hello, Morgan. You've been missing the whole descent, but you're right here, right at the very end. So welcome back for however long you're going to be back on. And so let's see, we're going to have to now flip this thing around. And now we're going to slow landing. I'm just going to get us as low as possible here. We're going to go ahead and do a slight little boost. We're going to kind of pop us up. See that? Just a little bit. And do a full flip quickly. A quick full flip. I think I'm propelling myself the wrong way. Ah, I did it the wrong way. Look at that frustration. Look at that. I got to prop myself up a bit more. See, this is where it all is. I made a very interesting craft. It's supposed to be very versatile. Okay? Very, very versatile. The problem with it, it's a real big problem. Kind of simple, really. It is a problem. Let's see, is this the right one here? I do believe this is the right one. It is the right one, so we're going to go ahead and move forward. The problem with it is that it has to actually flip. The way I have it designed right now is to have all the airbags right here, or the parachutes, as you can see. These are all parachutes. Now, this planet doesn't have any atmosphere. It's the moon. No atmosphere. It can't hold anything. So, the reason I have it like that, say if I go to E, which is the original goal, is I have the parachutes up top. So, it can actually hit the drag. I had to jettison that shield before, the heat shield right here. That's to try to get it into the atmosphere and protect all these vital components to have it be able to run. But for an atmosphere-less place like this, you know what? I think I'm just going to have to edit this. I think I'm going to have to just put this poodle, a terrier, down here. And then put the, see, this is where we're doing the testing. To get this all fucking figured out. So this time the next time we don't have to do that. I'm going to lower the legs. I might be able to leave them just right where they are. But I'll lower the legs when the time comes in the editor. We'll check it all out. I'll put a poodle right there. I may be using something even smaller. I'm not sure. Probably not, though. I may have to adjust this just a fucking little bit. Just a little bit just to get it so it fits properly. You guys see when it comes. But this is just a test. This is why we're learning from it, experimenting with it. So, and this is also backwards, by the way. How do you go live? What do you mean, how do you go live? I don't understand. Alright, here we go. Here we go, indeed. Yeah, I don't quite understand what you mean by how does one go live? We're gonna save moon test landing close. And now slow this down here. And we're gonna go ahead and boost massively. Because look at how we're close to the surface. We're gliding over it. We don't want to go too far. Don't want to get too much on the dark side of the fucking here. So we're slowing it down massively now. Still going, still going, still slowing it. Now H is up. Oh, that's what I was fucking doing. What I was doing last time, I was pressing H for the monopropellant. And, you know, right now that works, but when I flipped to go on the legs, I was pushing myself back on the ground faster. So it caused me to die. No, actually, I have an NVIDIA graphics card. So that allows me to go live. It's just NVIDIA, it's GeForce Experience, so it allows for me to just stream straight to Twitch or YouTube. I prefer YouTube at the moment. I will try split testing using, what's it called, Twitch also, because I haven't tried it on that platform yet, but I will try that. It'll probably be my next stream is to try that. Now, here we go. We're seeing where we're going to land already. We're seeing that. We're coming up on it right now. We're doing some rapid slowing. All right. Now, we got to get to this surface, so I'm going to go ahead and ease up on the braking here. I'm going to ease up. I'm going to use my monopropellant to actually help brake the fall. And now we're going to go ahead and increase the Terrier's motor speed. Here we go. Yeah, no problem. All right, here we are. So we can land like this, but this is inefficient. Now, this is why I have to switch it. That's exactly why I have to switch it. So we're going to go ahead, turn off that RCS, and now do a flip. And N this time for the monopropellant, because that's going to allow me to brake the fall. Or anyways, should allow me to brake the fall. I don't know why, and now it's so much more... Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Fuck. Damn. Why are these backwards? Me? I do actually have an account on... I do have an account on... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright. So I went ahead and closed these. Okay, RCS, you can stop. So we see what happens. This is where we're going to have to modify it. All this time spent, that's okay. It's learning. It is all just to learn. Oh, snappy. All right. So we're going to go ahead and load up. Again, Alpha Dog here. Alpha Dog, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. And we're going to go back to the tracking station. And get back out of here. See, this is all the testing process. Instead of sending it all the way to Eve to try to flip it like that. Will not work. We know that 100% for now. That's just going to be a fucking fiasco of failures. I got a cut in my mouth. I just noticed that now. Oof. So, what we're going to do now is see, just kind of shift that down just a little bit. I'm going to take this off, move this down here, move that back there. Put the 8 of them back on here, like this. Put the poodle, or terrier, sorry, right there. And kaboom! It is all done. Done and set for now how it needs to be. So we're going to close this. Don't worry, the deployance of that will not interfere with anything. Alright. So there is no force present on that. That's what we want. That's good. That's wonderful. Now, I do actually want to add those science instruments on there. A surface scanner that'll help tell for future probes where it needs to scan. I need to make sure there are no Kerbals going on this. They always want to add the Kerbals. I don't want them. Musically? What the hell is musically? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. Has something to do with the music, but I don't know. Do you know? 'Cause I don't really wanna know. Kinda do. Don't really know. Don't really fucking know. Video. Now I want to add the lights. I'll take this off real quick. And I do. Oh, what is that little floaty thingy? You see that? See, there's something right there. Something right. Never mind. That's a smudge on my screen. I would have been going after that one for a while. Oh, jeez. Man, I am a genius. Alright. Here are the lights here. These are much more focused and powerful lights. So that was the whatever. Fuck it. Surface scanner. Now here are my lights again. I want to make sure I have them on. Attached. Much more powerful, much more potent. It'll help show where I'm going to end up landing, and that's what I want. And I do want to actually to be quite bright, yes? Yes! My brother is Scotty Sire. Now, I don't know what Musically is, though. That has not changed. Don't know what that is. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to fix up this here. So I put the parachutes up here. Okay, now we got to add this to here, this to here. Move these up here. Now we got that all fixed up. Oops, deploy limiter. Nope. Alright, that's good. And now, you know, another thing which is good, jolly good to add, is the actual launch controller. So we got that. Lower it down a bit more. Alright, and now we'll use stability launch. Well, we'll just do it right here. Perfect. Okay. Now, the one thing that I was talking about adding was something like this radioisotope generator. And that would allow this thing to run without needing to use any of the electricity from here, and it would actually keep it charged. Hello, come here, come here. I want a kiss.
Hi, Lil.
So there we go. We're gonna add this. We're gonna add it back there. So what is that?
Can I put this on?
If the volume's low, that would be helpful.
What?
See if I can get that nice and back there, right in the center, but just in the back. Perfect. Radioisotopes now up and running where it needs to be. Let's reattach this structural strut. Lip sync to songs if you're a good singer. Well, I can give that a shot, I guess. Why not? Alright, so now we got everything set up. Again, we're going to launch this to see if we can get it to the moon successfully. Probably, hopefully do a better launch this time, too. That would also be... Oh, wow. Those did not undo. We're going to go ahead and revert to launch and fix that up, too. Hello, Lily Cat. See, what happened is those stuck. And we can't have that. There we go. That's what's supposed to happen. And now we're off. Are those lights still on in there? still be on. Yep, those lights are still on. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to complain about that. But you see how much brighter those are. That's what we want. So we're going to go ahead and do the tilt now with gravity. It's gradual. Look at us go. We're about to lose our secondary boosters. We're going to go on our second stage. They're very sensitive. And about to lose these second stages. Now we're going, we're still going just fine. Boom, okay. It's good enough. Far enough out of the atmosphere, that drag's not going to do too much to us. Let's get up to this point, actually. And then we'll sit at prograde. Good day, honey? Busy?
Well, busy enough.
Yeah.
I mean, do the math. They made a little under 300 between two people.
Awesome. It's cool. It's cool. Well, Sims 4, I actually don't have Sims 4. That'd be kind of fun to do, but I don't have Sims 4. Do not have it. Alright, we're about at burn. Okay, we're at burn. We're going. Keep it right there. Stay. Thank you. So we're going to lower orbit this time. That's actually going to benefit me. Less fuel is going to have to be used. We're going to lower that gimbal. It's causing me to wave around. The gimbal's actually thrust vectoring. So for the nozzle, it's not twisting and turning. It's just going up, down, side. So it has like a 30-degree ability to turn there. All right, we're about to reach orbit. A nice, smooth, beautiful orbit here. And we're almost at the point. There we go. That's good enough. Good enough. Look at that. We still got a good amount of fuel to use. So we're gonna add a maneuver. This is again just to check out where we can meet up with that moon. Oh, look at that. We don't even need to do anything. I'll go ahead and modify it just a little bit just to see what would work better. Right there. Okay. I want to warp to this. Ooh, never mind. I don't want to do that. Oh, that's actually for the next encounter. I didn't realize that's what that did. Oh, that's, yeah, it's per orbit. See if we get closer and closer. That'll work out fine. So, I'm going to go to that next orbit then. Or, not next orbit. We're going to get to that next burn. We're going there now. On our way again. On our way again. Make sure we're going to be controlling it, not from here, still from this point, and we're going to be boosting. Oh, whoop, I didn't mean to do that. Fuck, now we're over. Shit. What are you going to do? Nothing to do. It's enough to get into orbit. Perfect. Perfect enough, anyways. There we go. We're going to warp to that point now. Warping, warping, warping. Just about there. And after we get this drilled to work, to land, I'm then at that point going to go play a game or two of League. Alright, let's get to this encounter fully. Oh, the encounter, actually. That's what I want. And then we're going to go ahead and plan another maneuver right here. Unless it's over there. Okay. And create that orbit. Alright, here we go. Going to the next maneuver. That's going to get the orbit close. Close, close. And this craft will actually be able to get all the way back to the planet. If it's doing to the moon, it can go there. That thing can land. And actually, it would have the capabilities to land and then come back up to this launcher here. And if I used... what is it called? If I used a coupler, I would actually be able to have it launch, come back in, and then continue on and do repetitions of that. And that may be something that's more viable in the future if I drop a bunch of drones and have a heavy payload packager thing go down. But I don't know. Take forever. Anyways, it would take so fucking long. Alright, let's get to this next node to warp on. So what'd you get to eat, honey?
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the slowest fucking thing ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, we're just about here. Just about here. So we got 48 seconds to go. We'll go ahead and do a manual speed up now just to watch time. It's only going to be 1 second burn too. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's a fucking good one. Oh, Jesus. It's only a fucking... Fuck. Yeah, it's good. 296 meter difference there. And for that, clutch close. That was good. Alright, so now we're nice and actually close. So we're going to go ahead and get down to that orbit point. We're going to warp here. And we're going to save this as the Space Launcher Moon Test. Didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Okay. Okay, now we're getting close here. Alright, see if this is actually something I can do. If 30,000... Jeez, can I just not modify that one? That maneuver? No? Apparently not. Not anymore, anyways. Alright, let's go ahead and spin back around. Because that looks like it's a safe point for me, anyways. Alright. Damn it. Jeez, man. It's so easy to spin by that. Alright, here we go. Here we go.
Baby, how much longer? I want to see you tonight.
Alright, well, I'll get off after this then.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Lily, you look so silly up there. Oh, you missed it today. I was doing yoga.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was in downward dog, she came up and rubbed her whole face on my face. And then she looked up at me like this and touched my nose with her nose.
Oh, what a cute cat.
And I kissed it.
That's cute. Fuck, I'm gonna miss this again. Shit, that pisses me off. Fuck me. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get this maneuver back over to where it needs to be. So it looks like I won't be playing any games of League tonight then. I'm just gonna try to land this probe, driller miner, and then that'll be all. Okay. Alright. We're almost gonna be back again where we need to be. I'm gonna be coming back up on that again real quick. Real quick. Oh. Deep space launcher moon test. Yes, overwriting that.
I love you, Lily.
Alright, we are... What the fuck? There we go. Alright, we're almost at the fucking point now. Almost at the point of being able to slow the fuck down. Alright. Now we're really close. A few seconds. 47 seconds, okay. And we're in position to burn. Now go ahead and get closer. Ah, fuck me. I don't care. I'm close enough. What the hell? You fucking dumb thing. God, you gotta love. I can't fucking delete the maneuver. Because it's dumb as shit. But this is what I get to deal with. God. Oh, Charge Gaming, you're back. Well, we made some different maneuveral changes here. What have we been doing? Well, made some different changes to the probe. I'll actually, while this thing is spinning around, I'll show you. We changed the initial design because it was fucked. Oh my god, I can't click on it. I hate that. It's bugged. It's bugged on me. Okay. Moon. Oh, good. I'm glad there's no storm that came. Alright, let's change this to Deep Space Probe. Our Deep Space Launcher Moon Test. Overwrite. Now we're gonna have to load it because the game did bug out on me. I can't show you the probe. I can't click buttons. Alright, so here we go. You can't see it too well right now. Maybe that'll help. But, look at this. We put the Terrier down there. It's down at the bottom now with the legs. What we had fucking happened. Nope, we're still doing testing, man. Still doing testing. And we did a test landing trying to get to the moon. But what happened is the probe had the Terrier the motor on the top. That's how I initially had it, to try to have better balance, and that was to go through places with atmospheres and whatnot. What the fuck? Hold on here. Let me fix this. I gotta lower this atmosphere. Or, not atmosphere, sorry. The A-pop. The A-popsicle. Okay, so what happened? They should. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, I've never played the scenarios really. I think I may have done one or two or something. But we're gonna go ahead and get control of this. But what happened though is we just ended up crashing. I couldn't flip it over. The monoprop. This thing's way too heavy to be controlled just by the monopropellant. So it ends up just crashing. Control from here. There we go. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. Alright, here we go. So now we're outside. Huh? What do you mean, start the other direction? So we're dropping off that heat shield, the inflatable heat shield. We don't need it. Can you turn that down a tiny bit, honey? Okay, so when I switched this was on this end, and that didn't work because I got my fucking legs right here. Here we go. Alright. I don't know why they flip out that way. That kind of pissed me off. It just looks weird. Okay. So now we're going to get down to the peripherals here. Actually, you're going, if you start your rocks that way, you'll go and explode. But if you go the other direction, go to the opposite direction, you'll slow down easier. What do you mean I'll slow down easier? I'm still not following. Do you mean literally flip? You mean change my orbit around? Because right now, I'm going to brake, because my orbit is 552, as you see. I'm going to end up braking, of course, slowing down. Okay, now we're gonna brake. Full fuel, gonna brake. And I didn't check this. This is my mistake again. I didn't check to see if the legs were long enough. I didn't fucking move them down. So this may actually break the poodle, terrier, whatever. That's okay in this fucking case. I didn't mean to do that, but I did. I gotta move the legs down, which I will. Next time I will have these moved down where they need to be. Moon landing test. That's what we're saving it as, and we're going down now. Alright, here we go. Oh, yeah, the legs are definitely not long enough. Look at that. Fuck. always do something like that. This is the field of view modifier, I think. I mean, I can zoom in and out. This is totally field of view modifier. Totally trips me out doing this. Holy shit. Anamorphic view. God, that's crazy. Alright. I was too, swallowed up with that. Now I'm probably going to crash. Fuck me. Yep, I'm going to crash. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and redo that this time, not get all freaked out with that eye drop view. There we go. Okay, fuck. This is good. This is good. This is better. Surface, retrograde. And we're just gonna let this go. And we're slowing down, but still reaching the surface in time. Alright. Yeah, space music is definitely nice. Sorry if you guys hear the TV in the background. Can you hear it? I don't know if this mic is picking it up. I do have it set to a different setting, so it shouldn't be able to pick it up as much, if any. And we're going on. Okay, you can. How loud is it? I mean, can you understand what they're saying? Okay. I just want to make sure. This is not intentional. Alright, so we're still getting nice and close to the surface here. Just want to add this break. I'm using the monoprop because I got a lot of it, and I don't need to use the Terrier as much. Oh shit. Alright, we're almost down there, and we got our tools attached. Too high. Toggle display. Something, geez. Yes, sir. Or ma'am. Sir or ma'am, whatever you are. Windows 10 I do have. But yeah, we're reaching now. We are reaching the fucking surface. Okay. Yes, sir, then. I see, now we're reaching the surface. We just gotta turn that poodle back on. Man, get Windows 10. And we're to fucking Windows 7 again. Alright, now we gotta use the poodle Terrier. Slow ourselves down a little bit. Alright, here we go. We're gonna be able to reach the surface. Just, jeez, my god, I keep clicking the wrong key. Alright, here we go. Now we're slowing down. Ugh, gosh. You have to fucking buy it then. Unfortunately, it makes it fucking shitty. I think you missed the upgrade period of Windows 10. Alright, check it out. Maybe you'll still be able to get it. I'm not sure. Alright, now we're going to start slowing down this descent because we are definitely, without a doubt, getting close. Okay, yeah, if you get a new PC, make sure you get at least a Windows 10. Or Windows 7. Yeah. That's good. They're phasing out Windows 7. They're going to phase out Windows, really, in a way. Alright, let's just kind of try to maintain this 9.7. I mean, these legs handle 12. So they're going to give a slight bounce, but you see just, it's got almost zero clearance with this Terrier. So I got to do a real smooth landing. Real fucking smooth. And I'm going to break it with a monocrop. But we're going down. Yeah. It's been easy for me. But this is also... This thing is quite heavy. It's just fucking stacked heavy. And it... Honestly, what I first did with that cargo lantern, or launcher, I was going to just launch parts and then go into orbit and then have something land. That's not what I ended up doing. So this was never designed to be a probe that lands. Uh-oh. Ooh. Beautiful. Now, I'm happy it landed, though. Didn't think about clearance. You know what? I haven't quite gotten to that point. For how long I've been playing, I've done so many other things. But definitely not that. Alright, so I gotta take this down. I do want to get the surface scanner going. Run analysis. 4%. Oh my. Alright, well, let's start these up. Now, see if this ore does, in fact, gather up. I'm not too good at this game, to be honest, but let's see here. I do enjoy it. Alright, let's speed up time here. So we're starting to get some stuff. Some stufu. Hold on. Let's save this as landed moon pest. Did I add a docking? Fuck, I didn't add the docking port to it, which is such an integral thing. That's another thing I missed. Alright, so. Oh. So, my question now is, what is still running? What is the rescaled mod? They just released a new update, so a lot of the mods don't work, so I've been holding off on that until they actually updated them. I think I know the one you're talking about, where you can actually scroll and change the size of everything, if that is correct. Oh. Ooh, we gonna hit the sun? Nope. Alright, so what? My question is, what is now taking up the what am I blanking on? What is taking up power? Alright, so we got this going. How about... Is it the probe core? How about the hibernation? Put on a hibernation, would that help? Let's see how it does now. Oh, you know what? It's these. These are what's doing it. Gotta manage the power so it can run through the night. Alright, so I'm trying to hit night now. Look at that. Yeah, okay, this is running much better now. Much smoother, but still, will it pass through the night? I don't even know. No, even with it just hibernating. So the drill won't run constantly, which is what I need. I need it to just be able to run, you know, constantly. Let's see what happens. Oh my god, it worked. Ah. I think what I'm going to do is take off one of these mining tools next time. Just leave one. Don't need to double up, lower the weight, and plus this thing can't handle that. And I do need to increase this battery storage so it can last longer. Definitely. Alright, now we're going to track that drill, and now we'll run this processor here. I'm almost done. So the whole idea here is now to gain back what was lost. Oof. Whoop. Whoa, where is it? So we'll start this surface drill, and we'll start this surface drill. Now, is it all gonna work fine? 0.19. So this can run through the night, no problem, on the moon for how long the night lasts. So effectively, if I wanted to, I could just do this. Have it spin around day and night, and I'd regain oxidizer and liquid fuel. And come out with full fuel. And I'd probably be able to launch right back up to my craft I wanted to. This is at full. Let's actually come back to the day real quick. And I wonder, I'm not good at that, but I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a test. So, retract drill. Oh, you know what? I do monoprop too. Let's get the monoprop full. Perfect. Now let's retract this. Retract this. We're gonna eject. We don't need the extra weight. But we're gonna give it a test anyways. but no, I just ejected. And we'll stop that. And we'll stop that. Okay, now take this core off of hibernation. Perfect. Okay, so now that's up, that's running, that's what we want. I gotta point this thing up next time. Hello, Lauren. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna be popping off soon, but I've got one more test that I want to do here. So I'm gonna say this is Moonlander Rendezvous. Oops. Rond. We'll do that. Now, that's my question. My next question is, I've never tried that. Is there a way for me to actually rendezvous? I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't even know if that's possible. If I'm able to target it. Oh shit, don't tithole. Okay. Oh wait till this thing gets a little bit closer and we'll give it a shot. Yes, it is. It is quite an awesome game. Fuck me. Is this serious? What is it doing? There we go. Alright, here we go. Okay, so here we go. Sorry, I'm in silent here. Ooh, closest approach. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm being a little quiet right now because I'm thinking. And so now I'm trying to just get there. I'm learning how to actually rendezvous because I don't know personally. I haven't had that much experience with it, so I'm going to retry that again. So, what did I save it under again? Moonlander Rond. Okay. Alright, let's try this out. Make sure this is active. This is active. Toggle torque. Torque is on. It's no longer on hibernation. Alright. Here we go. So we want to actually rendezvous with this. So what we're going to do is going to take this off. So this is quite a heavy probe too. This is this isn't supposed to rendezvous. This has been doing a lot more. Oh, absolutely, I will be. If I get a chance, I will be doing it tomorrow also. Oh, what the oh, let's spin that back around. Jesus, this thing is going cray-cray on me. Going cray-cray on me. I'm so bad at this. I just have no experience actually doing without McJeb to help me rendezvous. This isn't even capable of rendezvousing. There we go. We got that back up here. Here we go. Just trying to get centered. We're fairly centered anyways. Okay. I still got the radiator out here. Is that a thermal efficiency or what? Alright, here we go. Alright. And Alright. Let's try circularizing, yeah? Oh, that's not circularizing. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, retrograde, I'm going the wrong way. For some reason, this pointed me to the wrong direction. No maneuver, I don't want that. I'm gonna have to learn how to rendezvous, because I don't know. Really don't. Let's see if I just point straight at the target. I have no clue if this will work. I ran out of fuel before this even happens. Yep, I did. Okay, well, that's that. No need to even worry about it. Crash, I don't care. I'm garbage with the dynoing. Oh, that's how that works. You can actually grapple it and redirect it. Huh. Mm-hmm. Not too much longer. I have no clue how to meet up with these. Station 1. How does one even get to that? Oh, this is fucking hilarious. I've made something exactly like this before. So. Oh, I didn't swap it out. What are you gonna do? Alright, well guys, I am heading off for now. I got more to learn, obviously, especially on the rendezvous. I've never really done it, so I will be working on that. And I will see you guys another time. See ya.
Sir Manbeard. Follow it on all social media. And YouTube, of course. Bye.